Low strong enough to bend. How are you? Is this Beverly or Shannon? Cool. Hi, Beverly. You know, I was looking at one of my things. I think I called you something else. I don't remember on one of my lives. And I know what your name is, so I'm sorry. It wasn't on a live. It was while we were in Kentucky. I don't know why. It was really weird. But I hope you don't take offense because I'm a little bit... I don't always get names right. Even when I'm calling my kids, they get mad at me. Hi, from my little corner of Kentucky. Hi, Barbara. It's fine. Thank you. I don't know why that happens to me. It's happened to me since I was in my early 20s. And I don't know what it is. It's just really weird. My brain doesn't allow me to say sometimes the things that I want to say. I was in they got a good laugh at me whenever I was working because stuff would come out and I was like, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, like, for instance, this lady came in and her name was Patsy, and she says, hey, and I said, how old are you? Instead of, how are you? And she's looking at me like, why would you ask me how old I was? I said, I don't know how that came out of my mouth. I'm trying to say, how are you? And one time it was something about a bicycle. I can't remember what it was right offhand. Anyways. Yeah, it can be funny, but can also be embarrassing because, like this one particular time, I met my brother-in-law's girlfriend. Hello, Doreen. Nice to have you in. Nice to have you in. From Canada. Cool. I met my brother-in-law's girlfriend. She was a girlfriend at the time. Now, mind you, there was this big, huge hoopla because he had gotten divorced and there was a lot of stuff going on, back then. And I looked at her and I said, hi. I've heard a lot of things about you. Which is not true. I didn't hear any S-word things about her. That's was like, and I don't really talk like that. So at that time, I was really embarrassed. I said, I don't want to say her name because she might come on here. Well, I will. I said, Michelle, I'm so sorry. That's not what I was trying to say. Then after you said it, how do you take that back? I meant to say I've heard really great things about you because my Linda would talk and let me know, hey, Mom, I've met her. Give her a chance. And we have, she's since married to my brother-in-law and we've become friends somewhat. I mean, we're not close or anything like that, but how could you get close with somebody after they say something like that to you? So it can be embarrassing. So I don't know. Sometimes if you guys hear me say something weird, you know why. Normally I'm in church right now, but in fact they're practicing choir. Our choir is starting to practice right at the moment, and I'm missing it. But God knows where I'm at. But I just wanted to come on here and say hey to y'all and spend some time with y'all since I'm at home. And hey Brian, how are you today? Hope you've been fishing lately. My son took the family out and they got 3 keepers yesterday that they were able to bring home and put in the freezer. I'm wanting to go fishing for some snook, but I haven't been able to get out yet. My grandson, um, Corey, they sent me a picture of the fish that he caught. I don't know if it was a keeper or not. They just took a picture of it, and I don't know whether it was a keeper or not, but it's pretty cool. That's the redfish that he caught. I don't know if you can see that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now that wasn't near as big as the one I caught, but for my grandson, I mean, he's only 6, so that's pretty doggone big fish. I'm doing good. My daughter and her boyfriend went the other day, but didn't catch any. Yeah, that is a nice one. Don't know if that's one of them they were able to keep or not. I don't know. I can't tell. But we are a family of fisher people. I want to say fishermen, but I'm not a man, so you're not going to pester me to death. Go lay down. Now. Move it. She looks so sad. She will pester me to come in and go out, come in and go out. So I'm not going to let her go out right now. So I had a bit of a upset stomach this morning. So I said, don't think I should be going to church. And I also have a headache, which will pass. All these, how do you say? I get migraines, and when the barometric pressure changes, sometimes I get, and they can snap on me all at once. They come about. So there she comes again. Stop. She takes her little nose and she breathes across the back of my arm. Dogs gotta love them. I have one that want to go in and out all the time. Yeah, that's her. And she don't want to go out. She's just nosy out there. She hears something, she wants to go out and check it out, and then she wants to come right back in. She's scared to death she's gonna miss something. She's a funny one. I picked up a plumeria bloom yesterday, and it still smells really delicious. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm working on trying to do my hours. That's one of the reasons why I'm coming on at different times. But I won't normally be on at this time of the day, but I don't know. So Beverly, how are you doing with the rabbits? Are you guys breeding rabbits at this time or not? So Dorian, what do you do? I don't know if you're still on here or not. What are you doing in Canada? What are you growing there, or do you garden and stuff like that or not? I think Shannon is going to start soon. Yeah. I was thinking about putting mine together this morning and seeing if they'll take care of the business, since it hasn't gotten, how do I say this? This temperatures are still in the 80s. The ultimate temperature would be in the 70s, but I would like to get them made it off now and be done with it, so that whenever it does drop more, they'll be all right. We got 4 Flemish giants last week. Oh, wow. Awesome. I may just have to see about getting some rabbits from you guys. I just don't know. I'm just not having the best of luck with rabbits, and I know it's got to be the heat. I've done everything possible to keep them cooled down and everything, and I'm down to 4 rabbits. Ginger, if you don't go lay down, I'm going to put you on restriction. Now go. Go lay down. I want to throw that away. She's going to miss something, right, guys? Are you going to miss something? Yeah. You're not going out. No. She wants to go out. I've been planting like crazy. Is everybody planting anything, or are y'all putting out a fall garden, those of you who garden? It was so hot this year, I thought we would lose some, but they all made it. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. How many rabbits do y'all have now? We have a lot of shade trees. I guess that's what saved us. Yeah, I do too, but I think that part of the reason why I had trouble was because there's not enough wind flow underneath the trees. And I had them further out from underneath the tree. They still got a lot of shade, but they didn't get what they needed, I don't believe. 31. Wow. Why so many, Beverly? Are y'all going to be mating and selling them, or what? Or do you have some that have to be called for? I don't. I know that's a weird question to ask you on here, but I'm just curious. I wish I could have a whole bunch of them. That way I could sell them around here, because, man, I'm telling you, people around here would buy them. There's not really any good source for a rabbit, especially meat rabbits. And did they say, I wanted to know, have they sold that property across from you guys? Has it gone down in price at all? If they haven't, going to call about 20 here soon. Oh, okay. So, okay. No fall garden, got regular plants out late because we could not find plants. So still harvesting tomatoes and peppers. Wow. Wow. I have just begun to start, in the last few years, delve into more of seed saving and growing things from seed. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, babe. What's up? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm on live, so I love you. Bye-bye. That was my beautiful daughter-in-law. She's heading to church and she's running late. Poor thing. She just listed it in real estate. They actually raised the price to $180. Wow. That's crazy. David and I were talking and we thought, well, if she came down on a good, on it pretty good, it would be the perfect spot for him and I. But, well, not if it's going up in price. Good morning, Linda. How are you today? If y'all don't have my quirky quarter acre, Linda is a really nice lady and she could use your support. And same with Strong Enough to Bend. That is Shannon Beverly. They could use your support. Barbara, support each other, guys. Barbara, I think it's Riggle Baker. You could support her too. And Dorian and Brian. Brian's been one of my subscribers for, about a year now, I think. He's got a good channel on fishing and such. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you blush, Linda. I am just a viewer. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Barbara. I don't know you or Dorian very well, but the other channels I know have channels, and if you can support each other, that's a good thing. Cool. Hey, Christy, how are you this morning? I didn't make it to church this morning, Christy. Got a bad tummy today. Which reminds me, if I have to cut it off quickly, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to try to hang in here and not have any problems. But I don't just not go to church. I try to get there. I feel like when you promise to sing in the choir, you have a duty to be there every time that you're supposed to sing. And unfortunately, today's one of them times I can't sing. Me too. At least I get to stay here and hang out with you guys. Yeah, I have a crazy stomach. But it has gotten better since I had my surgery. A whole lot better. I'm really nauseated today, though, and this is like only a couple of times have I been nauseated since I had my stomach surgery, and I've only actually gotten sick one time since I had that. I used to get sick 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, and out of the blue, not even knowing it's coming on. So I'm very blessed to be doing as much better as I am. But I couldn't function in the real world. Yeah, but it's part of life. All right, I'll talk to you later, honey. Thanks for coming in, Beverly. Anyways, so did you get anything planted new, Linda? And what about you, Christy? Are you planting anything new now? Yes. Now that's another thing, Christy. When I have stress, I might as well hang it up. And if I get excited about something, like, to be honest with you, going to Kentucky, I was so excited my stomach was going nuts before I left here. So I really have to be careful on how I handle things. Not yesterday, but cooked one of my new pumpkins from the farm stand. It's delicious, but I also cut my thumb. Annoying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How did you cook it? I haven't planted, praying to move, but so many roadblocks. It's time for a miracle. Well, honey, we're just going to have to get on praying for that miracle. I'll be definitely doing that. You know, he gives us our heart's desire. You know that, right? Oh, I didn't see how bad my arms look. Maybe I should keep my arms down, huh? Ginger, that's enough. You don't need to be acting like a fool. Almond, I cut it up and put it in the crock pot. I thought I'd never get back home, but it happened at last. Wow. I'm looking for my double portion. So, Chrissy, I got some questions for you. And I don't know if you want to answer them here or not. If you don't want to answer them here, that's okay too. Hello, Grant. How are you today? Do you have a place on your property for you guys to move into, or are you still looking for to build there, or am I is my memory misguided? But didn't you say one time you had a trailer or something on there? I'm doing fine, Grant. Just on here trying to catch up with my subscribers and get a little hours in, because I'm really close. I'm only 200 away from my goal. So giving some extra time here. appreciate you guys coming in to watch. Every little bit helps. Just wonder if there's something special I need to be praying for you, Christy. What's the, you can, if you don't want to, if you don't want to say it on here, that's okay. Whatever, you can message me or whatever. It's up to you. I still put some older ones on my watch list again. Thank you. I appreciate that, Linda. It's really kind of weird. I didn't really see very many change from yesterday, and I had a good amount of hours that was watched yesterday. I don't know why it's not going up, but they may be more, because I'm close. They might be a little bit more scrutinizing how a little bit more scrutinizing on what is being put out there. And I am going to be putting out a video, I think, later on today, if I can get it together. Ginger, please, you're aggravating the fire out of me. If I locked her up in the bedroom, she'd raise holy cane. If I put her outside, she'd want to come back in as soon as I got comfortable. And if I keep her in here, she wants to go outside and she wants to move around. She's just a pain in my butt. Okay, I bought a Dirksen shed from Andy's sister to make a tiny house, still on his property due to his illness. Cindy's illness, weather, crazy world. Okay. That shed, how big is it? Is it going to be big enough for you guys to live in? And are you going to live off grid, or are you going to be able to have running water and electricity and all that kind of stuff? I'm curious. See, David and I are looking for some property. We could get a place with a house and everything, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I want some good hunting land and somewhere where we can garden and stuff during the hot months up in Kentucky, and then just go back and forth whenever we want to, pretty much. And we don't really need a big house or anything. We could do a tiny house or something, and as long as I got a place to do a kitchen and stuff, and a place for us to sleep, I think we'll be just fine. Let's see, it is just 12 by 24, but can't really live there with Cindy. So I have to insulate, have heat. Okay. So have you thought about maybe putting a trailer on there, or are you going to keep that particular form of building to build your house? What state are y'all in, Christy? She's moving to Tennessee. I think she's in Alabama right now, if I remember correctly. I have a power pole there, but some stripped the box, so not another Expected expense. Oh no. That is well, not really. I mean, we were looking in um now I can't remember the county that Teresa lives in. Ballard County is where she lives. But we could even live closer to Tennessee. I mean, I just want some inexpensive land that we can build on. I would love to be close to Teresa and Lee. Um, but or even close to Holland and Lily would be really cool too. Um, I have really gotten to know both families, and I just absolutely adore them so much. I actually have the power on. There's a security light. Oh, okay. Well, how does that work if you don't, if they strip the power? I don't understand. We are an hour from Tennessee and about an hour from Teresa and Lee, too. Wow. Okay. So, okay. Now I'm confused. I should probably look at a map. I'm thinking that Holland and Lily live closer to Tennessee than, because they're in Cadiz, than Teresa and Lee and Barlow. Um, because when we were at the picnic, we had to go west to go back to Lee and Teresa's. So, oh, okay, it had plugs in it like for an RV. Wow. That is that is just cruddy. I don't understand that. Linda, do you live in Katie's too? I looked at a place there, but too far from my parents. Oh, okay. Katie's is absolutely beautiful. I love Holland and Lily's place. I really, really like that area. And I do want some good trees and stuff on the property so that we can hunt and forage and stuff like that. I would love it too if there was some type of stream or something on there for oh, maybe a water source or something if we went off grid. But I don't know. The Lord's gonna send. This is how I feel about it. The Lord's gonna send me the perfect property for us at the perfect time. No, I live in County, Western Kentucky. Okay. We all seem to be led to Tennessee and Kentucky. Yeah, now we originally years ago wanted to live in Tennessee. Um But I really don't have any family left in Tennessee. And I have a family member that lives in Murray, Kentucky. And David's got family. His aunt and cousin live in Dandridge, I believe it is, Tennessee. And I've got friends that live in Georgia that want me to move there too. But Georgia's such flat land. I'm really wanting some mountain, type land. That's because it's heaven on earth. Yes, it is. Beautiful, beautiful country. Now, don't get me wrong. I really, really, really love Florida. But the land here is so high that unless God just threw something in our lap with some acreage, I could never farm here. I could never afford to farm here. And I grow everything in a very small area in town. It is my desire to have a milk cow and stuff like that. I don't know if that'll ever come to fruition here in Florida. So we need somewhere where it's cheaper to live. Cost of living in Florida is reasonable for food and that kind of consumption, but when it comes to property, it's high. It's very high. My house would sell for what I could buy 10 acres in Kentucky for. Let's see. There's a pond on your property, but no well yet. We all seem to be led. Yeah. That's because, I also really like northern Mississippi. I do too, and Mississippi is another good state for low cost of living. But Mississippi is also proven to be, I want to say, someone told me at one time that Mississippi was the lowest poverty state. I had the property almost a year and haven't been able to get there with Cindy's illness. Oh, that's so sad. So you haven't even been able to go and look at it because she's been so sick. Now, how many miles away from you now is that property? Yes, it is a pretty poor state. I just want to be able to live on a limited income and peace with my garden and critters. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want too. And of course I want to hunt and fish. See, I could do all that here in Florida, but it's really expensive to buy property here in Florida. Just saying. I wish I had the opportunity when I was in my late teens, early 20s. I had the opportunity to buy property at $100 an acre on Merritt Island that today would sell for about $45,000 an acre. So I could kick myself. But when you're a kid, you don't really know. You have no clue. I didn't think I'd live to be 20, much less than 57, you know? If I knew now what I knew then, I'd have money. I went Labor Day weekend while Cindy was in the hospital, stayed with a country girl. I had hurt my back with cysts, so couldn't work on the property. Oh no. Hello, Mimi. How are you today? Good morning to you too. I know what you're talking about, that back thing. All of a sudden, I've got an issue where I'll be standing and not doing anything. We were shopping at the grocery store. Now, I've been wearing my back brace because my top part of my back has really been bothering me. But I get this, like, it feels like somebody's taken a sledgehammer and just went boom right in my pelvic bone in the front and all the way to the sides. And I don't know what's causing that pain. I've had that pain once or twice before in my life, but man, it is just absolutely excruciating, and it can throw me on the ground. So I know what you're talking about, pain. I've had back pain before too, and it's not a happy thing. Wow, that's a huge increase in property value. California used to be cheap too. Yeah. I enjoyed going thrifting with Country Girl and snuck into the hospital to visit Andy. Oh, good health-wise, stress as son was in a four-wheel accident. Oh my soul. I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't understand. Maybe you get that sometime. Sciatica. Ah, sciatica, maybe. I get that sometimes. I don't know what it is. They've never been able to explain it to me. So I don't know. Broke his leg, but thank the Lord he is alive. Oh, yes. That's not a good thing to lose a child. I've lost one and it is not a good thing. You'll never be the same. So tell him to behave himself and not cause any stress on you. Bruised up, groggy with painkillers, waiting for surgery to pin the leg together. Ah. Well, I'm going to... what is his name, Mimi? I'm going to definitely put him on my list. Benjamin. So I will definitely put Benjamin on my prayer list. You're welcome. Let me tell you something, guys. it's free to pray to God, and God answers those prayers. So it don't hurt to pray for people. I try to pray for everybody on a regular basis. Sometimes I forget people, but that's why I try to keep a list. Yes, he's lucky. One homesteader wasn't so lucky with her husband and a four-wheeler he had passed when she found him. Oh, I don't remember who that was, Christy. I do remember that coming about, but I don't remember who that was. Our prayers is the best. That's true. Now, is he having surgery today, or does he have to wait for a couple of days, or what? That, I want to say that was about a year and a half ago, wasn't it, Christy? That happened? And I don't know why I can't remember the people who it happened to. I can't think of her name right now. Memory on the demand, not so. Yeah, mine too, Christy. My head hurts. I am starting to feel a little bit better. Not as nauseated as I was earlier, so hopefully this will go away today and I can get something done outside. I'm just grateful he went over a cliff and hit a tree. He said the tree saved his life. I'm just so thankful he did not have my 9-year-old grandson on the same vehicle. Yeah. Yes, I do remember they had an off-grid cabin too. I don't know. That's the thing about YouTube channels too. When you lose somebody like on here, people are constantly and you're remembering that constantly. It's coming up with people asking you how you're doing, that kind of thing. So I imagine they may have stepped away for a while. Yes, surgery is scheduled for 11:30, 12 Eastern Standard Time today. Okay, I will definitely. You know what? And so that I don't miss that deadline of praying for him prior to surgery, and please, Mimi, let me know in a comment or something how he did after the surgery. So let's just go ahead and pray for him now. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you that Mimi was being able to come on here and let me know that her son needed prayers. I pray, Lord, that you put a protective hedge around him. Let the surgery be successful and him not to have any type of damage after the surgery. Let the treatment be quick and swift, and him to be able to heal rapidly so that he doesn't have any long-term problems. I pray, Lord, that everything just goes perfectly for him to survive with no restrictions when this is all over with, Lord. Let the surgeons be able to do this surgery in a quickly manner so that he's not having to be under for very long. And just guide their tools, Lord. You know what to do. You know what he needs. I ask these things in your name, Jesus. Amen. Let's see. My little grandgirl is almost 9. Aw. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please let us know how Benjamin's doing. Oh, and Lord, I forgot to say, let Mimi have peace of mind that you're taking care of all of his needs. In your name, amen. Sorry, Mimi. I should have added that stress because I know it's stressful sitting there waiting. I wring my hands every time I have to worry about somebody going into surgery. Just in the nick of time. Hello, Mud Tramp. How are you today? Mud Tramp, I don't know if you were in while we were praying for Mimi's son Benjamin, but if you could add him to your prayers, he's having surgery today between 11:30 and 12 Eastern Standard Time, which is in like about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. He had an accident and has to have his leg surgery on his leg, so I guess he broke it. Thank God it was only his leg. This is not usually my time frame. I'm usually in church right now, but that didn't happen today. My stomach is not itself today. I will definitely add him to my prayers and prayer chain. I wasn't here, but the Lord definitely knows him and will watch over him. That's true. He knows our heart's desires, doesn't he? I guess she wasn't happy with the way she was sitting. That dog's crazy. At least she's not over here pestering me. My church starts in 1 hour. Ah. I will probably well, actually my church already started, so I'll probably watch it later on today because I wasn't able to be there. I have a severe nausea today, and I've only had that one other time that I can recall right offhand since I had my stomach surgery, so I don't know what's going on today. So the cats are zonked out here with the cooler weather. They make me sleepy sometimes. Yeah, I can imagine hearing them purr. That would just knock me out too. Good morning, Brenda. How are you today? I can't really go to church with Cindy. I just have to have church at home, but I do miss it. Yeah. And I know what you're saying. My daughter Linda was pretty how do I say this? There was a lot of her life where she was very self-sufficient. I could leave her at home alone, where I know you can't, Cindy. So, um, depending on, how the day was going with her, whether or not I had to miss any church. But sometimes I had to stay home and take care of her, and sometimes I couldn't even go to work. I had to take care of her. So, but my mom helped me out, and of course David too. And for a little while there, she stayed with his mom. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just itching all over. I'm just wondering if I didn't get into something that I may be allergic to. It sounds like it's raining out there. Hmm. Nope, it's not raining. It must be the AC. I have a new freezer in my living room too that makes funny noises. Good morning, Holly. How are you? Okay, tell me how to make ginger tea because I got a lot of ginger. Oh, I'll be praying that you get that rain. I know you've been missing a lot of rain, Brenda. We got a few little weird showers yesterday. I call them sun showers. I really need to get out of the house while my son's home today, but hate the traffic and too many people. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Also, slicing fresh lemon and using that scent aroma can sometimes reduce nausea as well. Okay. I don't think I have any lemons, but I do have a lime. Smells good. Ginger tea, just simmer some pieces for about 10 minutes or so. Strain and drink cool. Okay, I will try that. When you're talking about pieces, are you talking about little slivers of pieces or are you talking about big chunks? Lime will work. Okay. I love lime. Um, I I cut these limes and I put them in my water, but I haven't put any in today because I was nauseated and I didn't know how it would work. And you I think you missed it when you went to look at the rain. Do you have a peppermint oil or maybe extract doing an aromatherapy or smelling the aroma will sometimes reduce nausea? You know what? Teresa gave me a peppermint oil, And I still have some of that to roll on. I may try that. It's been at least 3 weeks of no rain here. Wow. Slivers is what I use. I shave off pieces with the veggie peeler. Okay, that sounds good. Let the tea cool before adding the lime. Heat destroys the good enzymes. Okay, I'm going to run over here real quick and try to find my purse because I know I have. Oh, my purse is right here. I usually have it on the back of the door. When I seen that the purse wasn't there, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So this is what Teresa gave me, and you can see there's still a little bit. It's about there. I meant to ask her what to buy to put in there because I really love this. She gave this to me last year. Oh, but it makes my sinuses drain. That does smell good. Maybe that'll help. Okay, so what did I miss now that I walked away? Let's see. Yes, there are too much or too little. Ginger, do not pester me. You're not getting anything. Hi, Wigging It with Irish Colleen. How are you today? Trying to keep the pressure off my head, too. My hair is very heavy, and I got a headache to the top of my head. And I think this could be a migraine coming on because this is what happens when I get one. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. Hope all who need it get some. Yeah, I do too. I hope that everybody gets some. It's weird. I've been getting rain, but I'm still really dry in my raised beds that are on the poles. So I'm gonna have to water those, but I have to get the sprinkler fixed too to be able to keep them watered. Christy, yes, it rained so much for over 2 years I couldn't plant a garden. So we put raised beds in. Now someone upstairs turned the faucet off when my stomach gets woozy. I drink peppermint tea even when it is caused by my migraines. Okay. I have Maxalt that I can take for my migraines, but I just want to let you guys know something about Maxalt that the doctor told me when I had my heart attack. Maxalt does something. I can't remember exactly how he put it. Maxwell is not good for people with heart problems. It can take away the blood flow from your heart to make it into your brain so that you can get rid of the headache. So I try not to take it unless it's absolutely, absolutely the last uh, ditch effort. And when I take it and I go crash because that's what it does to me. And I can't live like that. So I don't take it very, very, very seldom. I've only taken it like once or twice in the last year. And I'm so afraid of it giving me a heart attack that I am really not going to take it unless I absolutely have to. So, um, even your, even our best laid plans, God reminds us He's in charge. That's definitely true. Definitely true. Put several drops of that peppermint essential oil on a tissue, then hold it close to your nose and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth until your nausea leaves. It's worked for me. Okay, I will definitely do that. I like peppermint tea too. How is your watch time, Kathy? I still need 200 hours. Um, Now, this is kind of weird. Okay, I was trying to explain this to another channel. My hours are not the same depending on where you're looking. And I wish I knew how to do all the fangled stuff that they do, or I'd show you guys what I was talking about. But if you look on, um, if you go into your about page, I mean, not about page, Lord have mercy, my brain ain't working. Let me look here to explain how I do this. Okay. It's got to come up. I don't know why it's not coming up right. There it comes. Okay. YouTube. And then I go to my page. Okay, I go into YouTube and then I go into my page, my channel page. And then I go over to YouTube Studio and click on that. It will bring up a it's still buffering on that. It's not brought it up yet, so I have to wait for just a minute, guys, before I tell you the next step where I'm looking at my channel things. There's more than one that shows you what your channel hours are. Okay, so over on the left hand side, it has underneath my little channel thing with the bees, it comes up on the left hand side and it says dashboard, contents, playlist, analytics. Then it says underneath that comments, subtitles, monetization. The monetization thing, when I bring it up, it says I have 3,809. Now that's what they go by. That is the official thing. But under analytics, it has a total different thing. And I can go in there and look at um, 28 days. It automatically pops up to 28 days. But if I go down to 365 days, it just rolled over to 3.9. That evidently cannot be right, because when you go down to what they say on monetization, I'm 200 shy of what I need. So I definitely need to be, I definitely need 200 or more hours. And I've lost another, I keep running total every day, guys. So I've lost another 10 subscribers, I would say. So I'm still at the one, over 1,000 subscribers, which is good. But I want to definitely get that in and try to get some more subscribers too. Yes, I agree they are. Let me go back up here. I don't want to miss anything. Linda says, my migraines have gone away since menopause. Knock wood, they never came back. Yeah, I had a little bit of time where I didn't have migraines, a few years, but then they are back again. And I don't have as many now that I had the heart attack as I did before. So I'm not complaining. I can deal with a migraine every once in a while, I guess. But they are excruciating. And my fear is we have, my family are prone to aneurysms. So I do watch them as much as I can. I'm tired of hearing sirens in the city. Me too, girlfriend. And helicopters. The sheriff's department has a helicopter that hovers all the time. I've always got something going on around here. Same way to me, my mom, Corky, couple in years. YouTube doing weird things with hours and subscriber counts. Everyone keeps saying they take big chunks away, back and forth. Yeah, that's what I'm finding too. But that's okay. Hey, Bub, how's it going, dude? Go up to the top of the page where it has 28 days. Click on it, and it should have a drop-down box, and click lifetime and see what that has right for hours. Let me look. I will look at it and see. Let's see. Analytics. They don't go by lifetime, but I will click that and see what it says. I never looked at that before. My lifetime says 4,005K. So that's pretty cool. I've never really looked under that one because they don't go by that one. 4.5K. That's so awesome. I just about 30 subs. I don't know what that means, Brenda. Did you lose them or did you get 30 subs? I don't understand how that happens. I've been unsubscribed from some of, I didn't do it. Then I get the channel in my recommendations. Weird. Yes. Hello, Microfarm. I have to say something about that, Linda. You guys remember yesterday I told you to go over and check out what is her name? Double D Chicks and Stuff and Homesteading or something like that. Anyways, I had guys go over and check out her channel. And let's see. I know. What is her channel? Double D Chicks and Stuff Homesteading. Yes, that's who I had you guys go over. Now, I was subscribed to her. I subscribed to her when she won my giveaway for the Harvest Moon. Somehow, when I checked on her today, I was unsubscribed, so I had to resubscribe to her. So sometimes you're going to have to check on people that you're subscribed to. Oh, we used to hear the police helicopter all the time. We had a shooting on our street one day. That's when I get determined to get out of there. Now we just get an occasional crop dusting flyer. Been losing account and been removed from others, but I resubscribed. Yeah, that's been my thing. I think a lot of it is due to the Harvest Moon giveaway too. Yes, I do believe that. I got a lot of subscribers and then I lost a lot. I don't understand why somebody would subscribe and then unsubscribe. Oh, that was my incubator moving. I'm like, what is that noise? I lost about 30 subs in the last few days. Wow. Oh, and thank you, Bub, for letting me know about winning that giveaway, too. I appreciate that. I lost 6 that week, but didn't do the giveaway. They've run up in the yard shooting before. Better lately, but that could change quickly. If they didn't watch videos, YouTube will unsubscribe them. Yeah. So talking about the those of you who know me or have been on here for a while know that I live in a bad part of town. It's not a bad part of town. There are worse part of towns that I could live in. But since I've lived here in the 20 something years, let's see, I got here in 1997. Well, I've seen like 3 drug busts. One of them was right next door. There has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shootings that I can count. There's been other ones that I don't know anything about too, though, that people have told me. But I know positively there's been 5 shootings. 1 death in them shootings. And about 5 break-ins, no, 6 break-ins, and people that I know and know that has happened right here on my street. Now, there's also shootings that happen all around me. I live 2 streets in from the main road. and there's a service station. It used to be Cumberland Farms. Now it's independently owned. I think Cumberland Farms sold that station, and now it's something different. It's some kind of little Haji Mart or something. But that store has been robbed probably about 30 times since I've been here. Ever so often, they're robbed again, and they've had trouble at the Save-A-Lot that's right behind that little service station. It's just a bad section. The 7-Eleven's just up the street, just a tiny bit. I mean, not even, it's just a block up the street from that convenience store, and they're constantly having problems there. The road that leads to that, there's a light here, and then there's there's side roads that go, I think, one or two off before you get to the next light, and it couldn't be. The lights are only like maybe 500 yards, maybe 1,000 yards away from each other, and that road, Fisk. Oh my gosh, you couldn't pay me to live on that street anymore because it's really, really bad. I mean, there's shootings in there in the 800 Club apartments. There's shootings in there all the time. My niece had to go in there for something one day, she said, and they shot her truck up. It's a wonder she made it out of there without dying. So it's just really bad. And my niece said, I'm going back to Germany. It was not that bad there. Let's see here. Okay, Bub, I'll see you later. I watch and comment a lot of videos and chatting with the people and still get unsubscribed. That's what I was saying about the girl that just won my giveaway. I went over and subscribed to her. She's a brand new channel. She's just now making videos, and I was unsubscribed to her, and I don't get it. Let's see. Bud Tramp says, I subscribed to one channel for the giveaway, but then when I started watching his videos and his live streams, he didn't act like he cares much about his subscribers. We're just a number, so I'm unsubscribed. I can understand that. I can understand that totally. And I probably would do that if somebody was like not caring about me too, but I don't really I try to watch everybody that I'm subscribed to. Sometimes I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, a whole lot. I can't even say how many because there's a lot. There's channels that I watch all the time, channels that I get to know, like Holly was one of my subscribers for a long time, and I didn't even know she had a channel. She started coming on my lives, and then I don't know what hit me one day. I'm like, I haven't really went over and checked out her channel, so I need to do that. And now I've come to love watching her too. That's the Red Shed. If y'all don't have her, go check out her channel. She's got a really good channel. Um, but I have so many. I only have so much time a day to watch all the channels, and sometimes, even if I don't get a chance to watch outright, I will still watch and put on there, give them a thumbs up. And I never watch something that I don't give a thumbs up to, which is, weird for most people. Some people don't do that. But this property's been in the family 60 years. Used to be cows across the street. Now intercity high school that's had shootings. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Christy. Corky just stopped by your channel. You'll love her. Linda has got a good channel. Linda, I get you through that giveaway, Harvest Moon giveaway, or did I get you before that? I can't remember how I got you. Yes, I agree with that too, Christy. There's a lot of actors and a lot of good folks too. My tramp, I have only unsubscribed to one channel for similar reasons. Their philosophy in life was the opposite of mine. I have to say, I have unsubscribed to one channel, and that's because it was not a channel. I did not look at her channel picture very well. And unfortunately, it was not a channel that I would ever watch. It was a girly channel, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And now I keep getting them all the time. I have to watch who I subscribe to, because even if they come on and I have found that lately, and Brenda helped me with this one because I didn't realize that that's what that was. I'm a little bit naive. I answer people's comments, Well, now I have started looking at their channel before, if I don't recall them. I look at their channel before I add a comment to them because they're not all great channels to watch, and I have banned them from, or kept them from being seen on my channel. So yes, I unsubscribe if I can. They're live and they pass over me in comments and say hi to someone they know personally, like I didn't even say hi. Well, microfarmer, let me just say this. Sometimes my chat is not the same as your chat, so be careful about that. They may not see you, but if you're chatting amongst people and they haven't seen you, sometimes that can be a sign that they're not paying attention to you too. But I have missed people in the comments, and I don't ever want to do that. That's why I like it when David's here when I'm doing a live stream, because if I haven't said something to you, he's said something to you. Because it can be easy especially when you get to talking, or if I walk away, I miss things. I put the new videos on a playlist. I'm not always able to pay close attention, but I let them play. That's nice. Thank you, Linda. I have been on YouTube since 13, but I've only been making videos for about 2 years. Yeah, Brenda and I started about the same time making videos. I can't remember when, I think it was 2016, 15 or 16, I started watching videos when I was so sick. I never watched them before then. Okay, I got you from Stringfield Ridge. Cool. I read the right word instead of the wrong word. Isn't that funny? That's too funny. I knew what you meant, I guess. Yes, I was on since 14, but only uploaded my first video in August. Ah, interesting. I've been on YouTube as a viewer for many years, but just started my channel in January this year. Very nice. And you're doing very good too, Linda. Yes, and it does go too fast to read sometimes. And especially, some of you guys already know this, but I had to learn to read from my oldest daughter. So my reading skills are not that great. My writing skills are not that great. I'm so happy that the computer helps me. But sometimes the computer doesn't read. I mean, it doesn't help me in the right word. Sometimes I think it's the right word and it's really not the right word. So, anyways, I tend to want to think the best of people, but sometimes there are some we just don't need in our lives. I agree with that 100%, Christy. Well, I thumbs up earlier, left to check out another channel, left you running, and came back and no thumbs up. Wow. Well, I got thumbs up. I got 8 thumbs up right now that I can see, and 12 people in here. But I appreciate you coming back, and I appreciate so much of you letting it run too. I need all the time I can get. I had over 400 subs before I ever made a video. Wow. How did you have that? Because you were in live streams all the time, Brenda? But I've been in the homestead community for years. True, you have. Yeah, because I met you long before you ever started making videos at Deep South, wasn't it? Hello, Fran. How are you this morning? I watched YouTube a year before I realized people made comments. Yeah, I didn't know how to use it either at first. It took me a long time. I think Starry Hilder is, when I was watching her, she was off grid with her husband. I think that's how I learned how to make comments. Good morning, Teresa. Dealing with a fussy baby. Oh no. Yes, I do too, Marco Farmer. I always give everybody a thumbs up. And I try to watch the whole videos. Sometimes I get some buffering going on and I can't watch the video. But I try to watch everybody's video through because I don't want to screw up their analytics. But, I know everybody's got their own thing. And some people have to go by how much, some people watch by phone. I learned a really hard lesson not too long ago that you cannot see everything that you can on the computer with how channels are are and how about the channel. Like you cannot, for one instance, you cannot see on your phone what my email address is. You cannot see that in the about page. It will not let you see it. And I think that's because of the bot thingy. Also, you can't see sometimes you can't see whether somebody is subscribed to you. There's all kind of weird things you can't see on the phone where sorry guys. So there's a lot of weird things that you can't see on the phone that you can on the regular computer. And there's also things that you see differently on the phone than you do on the computer. When I made my channel banner, that's what I'm saying. My brain puts words together. When I did my channel banner in the beginning, I thought you could see the whole thing. Well, then I had to learn that there's parts of it that you can see on the phone that you can't see. I mean, parts of it you can see on the computer that you can't see on the phone. And vice versa, even with our thumbnails. So, and you guys are going really fast, so I'm sure I'm missing a ton of stuff. So let me get back up here where I was at. Let's see. And it doesn't cost anything to give people thumbs up or watching, as long as you're not. Sometimes I guess people, maybe they will use their data on their phone or something. So I don't know. Yes, Brenda met a lot of people through Deep South. I remember that. Okay, hope to catch y'all again. Got to get some work done before I get behind. My surgery is October 5th and will be down for 5 months to 6 with rotacuff surgery. Okay, Microfarm, I am going to put you on my list to pray for. I think I prayed for you before, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to put you on the regular list to pray for you all the time. And that's October 5th. You're getting close to 8,000, Colleen. Cool. That's nice to hear. Okay, Fran and Linda, y'all teasing each other, huh? That's me most of the time on my phone if I'm in the yard or shopping. Yeah. Thanks, love, since like when I stopped checking it, it got close fast. Wow, fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. My finger didn't want to type your channel right. But when in the house, I'm on my iPad, okay? Just call me Linda. So everyone have a great week. God bless. Thanks, Micro Farmer, for coming in, and we will definitely keep you in our prayers, honey. YouTube is not optimized for iPhones. Yes, I mean for phones. Yes. I don't know why I put iPhones. All right, Mud Trap, thank you for coming in. And bless you too. Did you see, Kathy? I have my oldest grandson. He's actually got to spend the night with us last night. No, I haven't seen it yet. I've just been trying to keep from getting sick. I use the stuff that Teresa gave me, peppermint stuff that Teresa gave me to try and help me with the nausea. I am really nauseated bad this morning, and earlier I was running to and from, so I'm just glad that I'm being able to sit here this length of time and not gotten sick. But I will be doing some more video watching later on. It's okay. God knows my heart, and I'll be doing better. I did eat a sandwich this morning, so hopefully that'll help. But at first it didn't. It's hard for me to wear my teeth too whenever I'm nauseated. Hey, good morning, Patty. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. That was cute, Brenda. I really appreciate you guys' support. I'm so close, and I'm hoping to get those numbers in there quickly. And I'm going to be making a video. I have let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 shots that I'm going to try to make a video with today sometime. And I'm so excited. Oh, and I wanted to show y'all, some of y'all weren't in here earlier when I showed the picture of my grandson and the beautiful redfish that he caught. That fish is as big as he is. He's the 6-year-old. It's usually the 8-year-old that I'm showing. So they caught some fish yesterday. So, and he is proud. He's the one that really wasn't as enthused with fishing. He didn't have the patience to be a fisherman. But now that he's getting a little bit older, he's wanting to fish as much as his brother. The 8-year-old man, he is really, really good at fishing. Hello, Casper Family Adventures. Welcome, come on in. Yes, that is a big fish. It is bigger than him, probably. Probably weighed quite a bit. I don't know if that was a keeper or not, but I know they got a picture of it, which is cool. I need to clean my keyboard. I have to beat the keys to make them work. My bad. I'm sorry. You know what? I think I'm going to use one of these peppermint candies that I got for David that he didn't take home with him. Maybe that'll help too. Now I just push the trash can way over yonder. Hello, Carrie Yarny Elephant. How are you today? Nice to have you in here. I like this keyboard. I can just turn it upside down and shake it really good and see if there's anything in there. And it has a way to open it, I think. But I don't know. I thought about blowing it out. But do not show your butt. No. No, you're not. You're not. I said the O-U-T word. So when I said blowing it. And she wants to go now. I shouldn't have said the G-O word either. Because now she's going to pester me to death. Oh, I just remembered that horehound candy is good for settling the stomach too. My daughter really likes it. I don't know what that is. Aloe vera is good for the stomach. I could go out and get some of that. I got that growing in my backyard. I don't know what caused my stomach to get all messy. Horehound is an herb. I'm going to have to look that one up, Linda. I'll put that in my YouTube book so I know to look that up. Thank you. You're going to plant some next year? Now does it come in seed or what? What do you have to do with aloe vera to use it, Fran? Because I thought you, I thought you could just blend it and use it. My grandfather used to put it in his eyes. Ginger is great for tummy. Didn't know about horehound. Horehound is easy to grow from seed. Baker Creek has white horehound. Okay, I have seeds. Cool. I'll have to check them out. You have to let the slime juice dry out first. M.I. Gardner has a video on it. Okay. I don't see how you could let it dry because when I cut open my aloe vera, it's all slime. It's like a gel slime. We get horehound candy from Royal King. Okay. I don't have Royal King here at all, but I will check it out. We can order from Royal King. They have Royal King over on near Ocala somewhere. I'm not used to having my hair down, and my head hurts, so I keep putting it up and down. Sorry, guys. It hurts. Anyways, it's going to be a good day. I am going to get over this morning, and I am going to get out in my yard later on. I don't think I need to look and see what the weather is going to be like this afternoon. Looks like a good day for gardening. It's going to start cooling off. Right now it's about 86 degrees, so it'll start cooling off later on in the day. Maybe I can get some work done. Let's see. Tractor Supply has horehound too. Thank you, Barbara. I'll check that out. I do have a Tractor Supply right up the street. I don't remember what he said. You know how when you cut it, it's got some liquid, not the solid part. It's the liquidy stuff. I'll have to watch that because I don't really know what you're talking about. The anytime you cut the clear jelly type stuff, it turns to liquid. Liquid slimy stuff. Let's see here. Okay. Brenda says she just got some a couple of days ago. I would love to have a little shop sell antique, old-fashioned candies and homemade items. That sounds like a good thing to do, Christy. Try ordering the dried horehound leaf. You can prepare as needed that way. Rose Mountain Herb is an excellent source. Okay. I love that store. The solid instead is what you use. Try to find M.I. Gardner's video. It was maybe 6 weeks ago. It was recently though. Okay. Everyone have a great Sunday. Got to go. Thank you for coming in, wigging it with Irish Colleen. I appreciate you coming in, Colleen. Oh yes, Christy. That would be awesome. I had stuff with a coffee shop before, but the overhead was too much. Now I want a little building on my property for it. But Teresa, would you get that much um, traffic, being that you're out further from town? But maybe you would, because you're in such a small community. People would know where to come, right? That would be kind of cool. I don't know if your street has a lot of traffic down it, though. So you could, I would have to advertise a lot and put up signs. I didn't know if you lived on a, I've never gone any further past to the right. Okay, Brenda, thank you. From your property, I don't know what's back that way. First, I'm going to do farmer's market. That one's a good one, because then you can go on the weekends and you don't have to be strapped down during the week, and you could do whatever you wanted to on your farm. I know there are people here, they don't have channels or anything like that, but at least not that I know of. But I know a specific couple, and I don't want to say their names, but I know that they hit they go to the farmers market on Thursday in Palm Bay. I mean, not Palm Bay, Melbourne. They live in Palm Bay, and they do all kinds of neat little things. They sell scobies and honey, and I think they sell. I first found out about them because they sold chickens and rabbits, and they just have a really neat thing. So I have to get away from my stupid job first. Yes, I know, Teresa. I am praying for you every single day that you can walk away from there. I would like to try farmers market, praying they don't shut them down. True. I'm trying to figure out what comes next for work for me. I'm going to need something at the first of next year. Yep, if they do shut things down, we'll have to barter. I seen something where they're talking about our Social Security be gone, and I'm like, okay, great. But I don't believe them. I think that they're just trying to make up these lies so that they can win the election. And I ain't going to get on the election because I get really frustrated over that. I still want my chickens. I've got their names mostly picked out already. That is so cool. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have a couple chickens out there I ain't got named. And I have one chicken that I call two names. Her real name is Princess. That's what we named her. But I also call her Precious, too. So she don't know what her name is. And I can't put her with the other ones because they beat the tar out of her. I mean, they literally pulled all of her little feathers out of the top of her head, and she's my Polish chicken. I don't know the whole name of the Polish chicken thingy. I'm down to 3 chickens: Mary, Brenda, and Fat Gertie. None of our chickens have names. Oh, Fran, that's funny. Precious Princess, yeah. She don't really know what her name is. All she knows is Mama wants to hold her and love her all the time, and she's off on her own. She don't have to worry about any of the. I even let her in my garden. I thought what I'd like to do is make a little gate-like thingy for the back of the where the garden is, going back past the fig tree, back in there where the bees are. She could go in there and strut her stuff. But with the possums around and everything, I'm afraid to let her back there by herself. My first 4 will be Esther, Ruth, Allison, Sylvia. Aww, I love those names. We have a buff that's sitting. We may have chicks soon. Cool. I have an incubator full of eggs that that I put in on the 15th. And the quail eggs will be ready to be set on the 30th. And then I can't remember what day. Let's see. I think on the 6th, I can set the eggs for the chickens. So, Linda, Ruth was my mother's name. Ruth is my sister's name. I won't be naming any chickens Ruth. Unless never mind. Shut up, Kathy. I have a dog named Ruth. That was my grandmother and mother's middle name. Nice, my mother is Ruby. But she might not like having a chicken named after her. My grandmother said she named all her dolls Ruth. Aw. Nice to have you back, Brenda. Hello, Mo. Good morning. Well, Mo, you and I are the talk of town. Teresa and I were talking about how you were on and getting your hours and stuff, and Teresa said, you need to do that too. So that's what I'm doing this morning, is trying to get my hours in. I'm down to about 200 now. Hopefully it'll come quickly. And did you get your hours in, Mo? That's what I want to know, because I know you've been on. I didn't get to go to church, Mo, this morning because I had a nasty stomach. And I'm still fighting a little nausea. But I'm doing things to make it better. So, and I'm hanging out with you guys. That's the best part. And I don't have to leave my house to do that. Yeah, I am close, friend. Didn't have you, so just some subbed. Ah, nice. Thank you, Linda. Mo's got a cool channel. I'm enjoying these extra visits with you, Kathy. Thank you, Christy. I enjoy them too. Hey, Wilma. How are you this morning, babe? Good, I'm glad. Oh my gosh. You are closer than me, sweetie. Need 560. But I got a letter from YouTube. I have to get it done in the next few days or I have to reapply, which I don't want to do. Listen, Mo, I don't know how to apply. That's what aggravates me. It keeps telling me they're going to send me a letter. I don't know how to apply to get monetized. Gotta go. They are here to pick up Logan. Okay, have a great day, friend. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. Tired and working. Oh, I'm sorry. Wilma, I hope you get a break soon. Wow, Mimi. That's cool. I'll go over and watch yours too. I've been watching Mo's, so I don't mind helping people out. You are there. That's what pre-applying is. It will notify you when you hit the levels they want. So the contract you signed is still void. Okay. I didn't know I signed a contract. Yes, he will see you through it, Wilma. We know that's true. If they send you a notice that says they will cancel that contract if you don't have your hours in the next 30 days, then get on it. Okay? Thank you. I've been running my videos too as often as I can. I didn't think you could run your own videos. But I think we can get you there quick. 2,000 hours is just a little. We will get it. I'll tell everyone to go run some videos for you. Thank you. You can on your way. You can on your TV if you aren't logged in. I don't have a TV that I can do that on. 200 hours is all you need, right? Yep. Yes, when I first uploaded my video, I applied. Now might have to reapply if I don't reach 4,000 soon. Well, Wilma, I'm sick to my stomach pretty bad today. That's why I'm not in church. It's just been one of the mornings. So I figured why not, since I'm at home and not doing anything anyways, and I can visit with my friends and maybe that'll get my mind off of it and I can feel better. I've been nauseated really bad for the last 3 or 4 hours. Thank you, Mo. Did you get a letter from YouTube that you had to have it done by a certain date. I figured you feeling bad. You always go to church. I know. It was really hard for me to call Mark and tell him I wouldn't be there today. They sent an email, but my son said I would have until end of October. We'll have to work on yours too, Mimi. And that's what's weird. It's all of us are really close, but those hours are really hard. And I wanted to wear my new dress today. Oh well. I don't even know if my mom went. I called her and told her I wasn't feeling too good, and she said, okay. So I don't know if she went without me or not. She hadn't been much wanting to drive lately. You're welcome, Mimi. Linda subbed you too. She's from my quarter acre. Well, put it on and look pretty for God, but you always look pretty. Thank you. Did you see my beautiful dress, Wilma? I love this dress so much. Let me show it to you. Well, I take that back. I must have took it in the bedroom. I can't show it to you right now. I'll send you a picture of it later. Or better yet, I might have a picture on here. I don't know if it'll show up on the thing because pictures don't really work that great. That's the dress. And that's the back of it. Isn't that gorgeous? I really, really love this dress. I can't wait to wear it. I probably should hold it back for something special, but you know what? Every day is special for me. I am a miracle, and I am glad to be alive, so I don't hold back. It's been so long since I wore a dress. Thank you, Corky. Not yet. I wear dresses most of the time, comfortable. That dress is beautiful. I never find anything good at Ross. Yeah, and it was only $13. It was $12.99, so that was really, really good. And my mom bought it for me. She's so good to me. We went in there looking for her. I told her, I said, I'm not going shopping with you anymore because every time we go shopping, you end up buying me something and you don't buy nothing for yourself. I subbed and hit the bell, Mimi. Cool. Thank you, Brenda. I found a nice coat in Tennessee at a yard sale for $1. Wow. Hi, Lisa Lee. Good morning. I need a new coat, Linda says. It's kind of weird. I don't use coats or anything here at all. So when I went up to go hunting, I had to get all kind of clothes. Wilma loaned me a whole bunch of stuff for that particular weather because I just wasn't prepared properly, I guess. When you don't know anything about cold weather, then you kind of have to fake it, right? Hello, Fishing with Christina. I rounded up some people for you, but I'm listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I appreciate that. Um, so those of you that are new in here, I'll tell you a little bit about myself and my channel. My name is Kathy, number one. I am a heart attack and cancer survivor. I found out about YouTube by watching YouTube channels and stuff while I was bedridden. I had to learn to walk again, and I'd always gardened and stuff like that. So now I grow, and I have for the last since I got this house, I have raised exotic fruits, rare fruits, tropical fruits, and I love to garden, and I have chickens and quail and rabbits and stuff like that. So that's just the little things about me. And first and foremost, I am a Christian, and I love the Lord, and I share the Lord on here a lot. I moved from Kansas to Florida when the kids were little. Shorts and t-shirts are less expensive than coats and snow boots. True. And you know, that's what I live in, tank tops and shorts. Even in the wintertime, I very seldom ever wear long pants. Ever. In fact, I didn't have any long pants until just recently when I went up to I didn't have I had some slacks that I wore at work, but I had mostly I mostly wore dresses at work. I heard your cockatiel in the background. Yeah, I've got two of them. I've had some losses lately with my cockatiels. Um, um, I lost one outside, and then my mom had brought me over her two cockatiels, but they were very, very old. So now I only got two, one of hers and one of mine. And I was really kind of freaked out the other day. David and I were sitting there, and I said, man, what is going on with that bird? It literally, it must have had a heart attack or something, because it was down in its water bowl head first and passed away like that. I don't know. Go lay down. You're not going to aggravate the fire out of me. Don't. No. Don't even look at me like that. Go. I'm not looking at you. She's bad. The dog wants what she wants when she wants it. She's like the kids. But I just lost one just a few days ago, and it was really difficult finding it like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I believe that the Lord is using me in my channel. I hope and pray that I can be used by Him through my channel, and that's why I do this most foremost. And I believe that a lot of people that would be in my situation would probably look at what happened to them and be like, really angry with the Lord, or um, they might not even look at the Lord for it at all. You know, they just might think, you know, if they aren't a believer, they probably wouldn't even, they would say, oh, okay, that's just the way things happen. But personally, I was very blessed when I had my heart attack. I was in the hospital, in the emergency room, and I believe that God allowed that to happen so that we could find the cancer. And I believe that God allowed me to be at the hospital instead of driving my child to school 20 miles away on 95, which is like 70 miles an hour. And believe me, I hardly ever go 70, just saying. So I think that in our life, we have to look at things in a positive manner and look to see what God's really, his intentions were. I think part of his intentions were allowing me to have those things was to get my life right and start eating right and start taking care of myself, because for so many years I did not take care of myself. I ate bad. I drank. When I had my heart attack, I was drinking 24 a 24 pack of soda a day. And I would buy it. I would look for it on sale, and I would buy 20 or 30 cases of it at a time. So I just believe that there is a reason for everything that happens, and there's a positive way to look at it. When I find myself in traffic or something, I know that's God taking me out of a scenario where I could be in an accident. So I know I'm weird. Y'all can say it. I keep reaching the end of my rope and putting another knot in it. Yeah. Good morning, JV Outdoors. I must have missed you. Oh, good morning. You did come in. I don't know how I missed your name. Hello, Heaven's Essentials. I think I said you were in here all along. I don't know. My brain's not working now. Tell us about your birds. Oh my goodness. I have 2 cockatiels in the house. One is white and one is gray. And then I have 2 blue and gold macaws out back. And one's named Oscar and one's named Nani. Now I've had Nani since he was a infant. I bought him, and he is just, I mean, absolutely a crazy bird. I love him to death. Now Oscar was he came with another blue and gold that I rescued from a family that no longer wanted them. I rescue birds and that's how I got the cockatiels. My daughter, unfortunately, I used to raise cockatiels with my daughter Linda, and my daughter Ashley accidentally left the door open one day, and I lost all of them but one, Birdie, who was our oldest one, and he lived to be like 40-something years. I mean, he was an old fart. Excuse the expression. I shouldn't have said that word, huh? But then I have 2 white Goffin cockatoos. And Goffin cockatoos are only, instead of them being really big, like regular size cockatoos are like 2.5 feet tall. These are only about, I would say about 10 inches tall, 12 inches tall, maybe their foot. I don't know. but they're also a um, I rescued them from a couple who used to be breeders, and I guess because Sammy, their names are Sammy and Sam. I think Sam is the male and Sammy is the female. Sammy has a crooked beak and she'll bite the fire out of you. So I think she must have bit the wife several times. And so those are my birds. I have, of course, quail and chickens too, and they're in the bird families. But you're not weird. You are amazing. Thank you, Lisa. If I miss your name, I'm sorry, because I'm trying to go through all these and not miss anybody that has come in. Please forgive me if I miss you. I'm sorry I'm not at the hospital now. Okay. I was in a car accident. Oh, wow. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see, thank you. I'm in pain. I'm all right. Well, I worked with adopted and neglected conure parrot. Ugh, my nose is itching now. He had feather plucked himself bald. Named him Hugh Ball. That's too funny. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about my Nani. When we first moved in the house here is when I got him. So I got him in 1997. And he's a little narc. You can't pull up and walk on my driveway without him raising Cain. He lets me know he's better than any watchdog, and he's in the backyard. He can't see what goes on in the front yard. Hello, Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Thank you. I appreciate you coming over. So Nani used to be a little narc. And he also used to feed I used to have a little toy poodle named Tommy that I rescued. And he was a mess. He used to go and run after the sprinklers and chomp, drinking the sprinklers. He was a crazy, messed up in the head dog, but he was really good. But he used to call him. He used to say, "Tommy, Tommy," over and over until Tommy come over, and he'd throw him out of something, you know. And then if Tommy was doing something he wasn't supposed to do, Nani would holler, "Mom, Mom," really, really loud. And I'd say, "Okay, Nani, what's up?" And he would be narking on all the animals for doing something wrong. If the cat back then I had cats, and I'm allergic to cats. I didn't know it at the time, but I had terrible problems with cats. But anyways, when Smokey would be doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing, he'd be heard, "Mom, Smokey, Mom, Smokey." He would call out their names. He was a mess. Now he doesn't talk like that. I don't know if it's because I got all the other birds or what, but he's not the same bird he used to be. But then again, when he hurt me, because he did bite me and hurt my hand pretty bad, I stopped handling him because I was on prednisone so bad that if I picked him up, he could cut my skin wide open. So I don't handle any of my birds anymore, unless I have something to protect me. So, but I still can go in the cages, and none of them bite me or anything like that. Now I do have to watch out for Sammy, because she'll bite anybody. When we go to trimming beaks and stuff like that, and trimming nails, I have to get David to help me because it's not there. My son just picked the apples for me, and a couple of the weighed 10 ounces each. Wow, that's a big apple. What kind are they? We get I get apple I think they're apple crisp or something like that, that are really giant apples. They're about that big. I get them from the produce stand all the time. Yeah, I'm going to do apples today later on. I'm looking forward to that. I have to tell you a little story about my little Tommy, though. My best friend had MS, and she was literally paralyzed from the neck down. She couldn't do anything, but she still was very, very active with her art and stuff like that. She painted with her mouth and was a fabulous woman. I met her when I was 15 years old, and we fell fast for each other. Great friend, absolutely great friend. Best sister that I had back then, and helped me through a lot of things. But her name was Connie, and literally she had the coolest dogs that you ever want to meet. Well, she had this dog named Jake, and we all took our dogs over to visit with Jake all the time. Well, I took Tommy over there one day, and Tommy went over to his bowl and got a piece of food out. Was eating it, and he kept going back for another piece and kept going back for another piece. Well, I guess Jake figured, I ain't gonna let him do that. He went over and ate all the food. Well, when Tommy realized that he had eaten all the food, he went over and hiked his leg and peed on the bowl. I thought me and Connie was going to die laughing. We just rolled laughing for hours on that. I'm like, he is a hot mess. He had an attitude. I would love to go to an orchard apple cider and donuts. Yum, 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 yum. That sounds really good, Christy. Apple cider sounds really good. I bet you that would help my stomach. Ours are Gala, but the ones they are giving us are Fuji. I think I got an Anna apple out there and a Fuji, but I'm not positive. Okay, Mo. Yeah, mine is like, where is that coming from? Okay, I missed something. I must have missed a lot here. If she takes in rescues. Oh, okay. I guess I did miss that. Yes, I rescue parrots and stuff like that. I had wine saps and golden delicious. Cool. My friend John hunting and stuff at J&J has a cockatiel, and it's talking to yours. Aww, that is so cool. And it's funny when I play my video to look, there was a video that I had to play to look to see about this one particular go to channels swap and meet thing that Two Family showed me where you can click on people's names. Well, when I go to that video to look that up, they are whistling and then they start whistling again. I'm like, that's you, Dee. They're whistling for each other. They must hear themselves. I wonder what they think when they hear their own voice. I don't like my voice. I know I'm weird. I think weird things, don't I? And I'm saying it out loud. I should not be saying that out loud. Let's see. Barbara says, one of my cockatiels I have now belonged to our friend's his old owners thought the dogs were good watchdogs. After the cockatiel moved in with me, people could knock on their door before they alert. Wow. You were doing great. Not weird at all. I do think weird stuff sometimes that people don't understand why I say out loud, but oh well. It's me, right? Okay, Ginger. Take your nose off me. I'll give you a cracker if you go lie down. I used to have a parakeet who loved to sing Emily Lou Harris. Aw, I love birds. My Congo African gray would mimic my sun conure in her loudness when she could scold him for the noise. Aw, my sister had an African gray, and let me tell you guys, if you have birds, never, ever, ever, ever bring, there's a product you never want to ever use in your house. I've never used it. I knew it, and I don't know why I did not tell my sister. I never thought that they'd ever buy anything like that. Sit. You're not getting it if you don't sit down. Are you a good girl? Look at Mama. Okay, now go play. Febreze. Do not ever bring Febreze in your house. It will kill your birds. It can kill it. I'm not saying it will. It can kill your birds. And also another thing, don't ever use Teflon pans. If you ever burn a Teflon pan, it puts off a chemical that'll kill birds too. Let's see here. What am I missing? My dog stares at the TV with his head crooked sideways when he hears himself bark in my videos. That's too funny. What kind of dog is Ginger? Ginger is I don't know. My son has breeded. I'm sorry, guys. My son has bred dogs for hunting dogs for friends all of his adult life, and it's one of his special breeds. She's in the pit family, but there's several different kinds. Are you guys buffering? Am I only buffering? Wow, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not buffering for once. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Gidget's Triple G Life. Good morning. Bo sent me and said you need some watch hours, and I am running your channel today. Good luck and hope you have a blessed day. Oh, thank you, Gidget. Thank you. I will try to get over and I'll try to go back on this thing and get over and try to subscribe to everybody that's come over. Hello, JB Outdoors. Oh, you were already in here, weren't you? My brain ain't working. So anyways, he has gotten this down to where he's got these dogs that he breeds, and they are really good for hunting. One of the vets I worked for would fire you if you used any cleaning products without asking around the birds. We had movie stars that would fly their birds to see him. Wow. Brendel is the dog. Oh, hey. You must be out of church, David. I'm eating your candy, David, trying to keep from getting sick. I hope Ashley told you why I wasn't in church this morning. And those of y'all who don't know, y'all can check out David's Mule Train Homestead. He's my other half. He lives in Melbourne. Let's see. Who else have I missed? Whispering Cauldron came in. If I miss you, say something that lets me know I've missed your name, because I'm not too good at this yet. I love yeah, she is Brendel. I love hound dogs myself, though I don't have any right now. Well, I love Great Danes. And unfortunately, I lost my Great Dane last year. I was hoping that he would be my sire to another Great Dane. I wanted to get a female too. My daughter bought him for me. But they have a tendency to get into things and eat things that they aren't supposed to. So I've had 2 of them do that and lost them both. Looks like everybody's saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I like mutts too. I like animals, period. I think I would have, if I could afford them, I'd have every animal that was ever out there. Hey, Pete, how are you this morning, honey? I've been praying for you, my love. Now, to be honest with you, Heaven's Essentials, German Shepherds are not my friend. I got attacked by one when I was a kid, and I am scared to death of them. Although, when I was at Holland and Lily's, they have, I can't remember the breed of dog they have. It's like a cousin or similar to, maybe Teresa knows what they have. But man, I'm telling you, they have gorgeous dogs and the best dogs I've ever seen. I wasn't afraid of them, but they kind of look like German Shepherds. There's a little short lady in this neighborhood has 3 Great Danes. She said nobody bothers her when she goes for a walk. There's a guy that has 2 English Mastiffs, and he walks them. They are the most beautiful dogs I've ever seen. Their coat is so shiny black. They've got those big wrinkled up faces and stocky bodies. I absolutely love to see them walking down the street. And I bet you he don't have no problems either. But he can't be, he must be about my height. I don't think he's any taller than me, and I'm 5'4". And man, I'm telling you, when he's walking them dogs, he's got his arms, up like this, walking them dogs, and I'm like, I would be scared to walk them because I'd be scared that they'd see something and want to take off. There is no way those dogs as big as he is. There's no way that he can restrain them. Showed hubby the t-shirt. He was like, no, haha. Oh, by the way, Mo, was I supposed to, did I do what I was supposed to do, or am I supposed to email you or something about my t-shirt I won from you? Or am I senile and did I already do that? I could be senile, I am senile. What can I say? Let's see. Oh, sorry to hear that about the shepherd and you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have a scar right there that goes through here that where I put my hand up to catch him from biting my face. He bit me in the back of the head. He bit my shoulders. He bit me all over. But it was my fault. He was a police dog. He had a gigantic chain on him, and he was hooked to that chain. The lady my next door neighbor had sent me over to help the lady who owned the dog. It was her husband's dog, and he had passed away. And she was out mowing the yard in the rain, and it was like a misty sprinkling rain, and the mower was loud, and I didn't know any better. I was only a kid. I was 11 years old at the time. And I ran across the street and ran up to her and was hollering, "Miss Holly, Kathy told me to let me finish that yard, and you go inside. You're going to catch pneumonia." And I got pneumonia out of my mouth, and that dog was on me. Scared her to death, scared the whole neighbors. My house was catty corner to hers. My next door neighbor on the right-hand side, all the kids were sitting outside watching this take place. And you talking about a whole neighborhood. We were tight back then. I mean, we never locked our doors or anything. I mean, we had screen door. We kept it open all the time. There was no latches on it, nothing. It was good. It was a good way to grow up back then. And I would give anything if my grandkids could grow up in that type of environment. They wouldn't be afraid of all the things that they are now. But anyways, make a long story short, the dog did what he was supposed to. He thought I was hurting his master. And when I was in the ER, I heard the police talking about, well, we should put him down. I started screaming, "You better not!" I mean, I lost it on them. "Don't you hurt him. He didn't know what he was." I got in between him and Miss Holly. I freaked out. So they didn't do anything to the dog. Now, these dogs that attack people for no reason, that's a different story, I do believe. I miss so much. Let's see. Let me go up some. Best dog I ever had was a Dotson Beagle mix. Funny looking, but super smart. They are super smart, but they also have a lot of back issues. Their backs get broken really, really easily. Those Dotsons do, and the Beagles too. My first pure mix thought I might make him a service dog. Then he saw a squirrel and went I met a tree face first. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't think so. Haha. Laughing about it. Oh my goodness, what in the world on the dog? I have a 16-year-old long-haired Dotson. Wow. I think my neatest dog was a golden retriever. He would pick up the lead rope and lead the horses when he didn't want to walk for me. That was a good one, Barbara. My best dog was a cur dog that David had got me when he was, I think he was about, I don't even think he was a month old. We were moving to Live Oak, and David wanted to get me this dog because we had talked about getting a dog, and I could put him in my palm. David has a habit of bringing me animals when they're this little. He did that with my Precious. She was a Rottweiler, and he you could not. We had a full fenced in yard in Melbourne, and you could not get into my yard unless he knew you, unless he would, unless you just couldn't get in there. Well, our friend Jackie used to come and visit the kids because we ran a bus route, and he would do the visitation for our bus route for the church kids. And Brother Jackie would come to the house, and he would not let him in the yard. Well, one day David said, I'm going to do something a little different. He picked up my 2-year-old, Becky, and put him in Jackie's arm and invited Jackie to come into the yard. And Jackie just walked around the yard with Becky. And from then on, Jackie could visit the kids anytime and not have any problem. Andy was surprised when I visited him. His mom's dog, who had not accepted strangers, sat down beside me and let me pet her. Aw, cool. Hey, our backwoods homestead, how are you today? Uh-oh, it's jumping again. I know I'm gonna miss somebody. Please don't get upset, or if I miss your comment, because this thing is jumping. Hello, Ratliff family lawns. We have a 16-year-old Yorkie Poo. Aww. I have a German wired-haired pointer, so smart and obedient. Aww. Uh-oh, here it goes jumping again. I'm going to find out where I was at. My dad got a new truck one time and the dog wouldn't let him out of the truck until Daddy rolled the window down and talked to him. It was riot. We had a German Shepherd when I was a kid, and it was before my time with the German Shepherd. His name was Baron, and my oldest stepbrother had been out drinking one night, and he came in the house in the wrong door when my stepfather was married to his first wife, and Ronnie had come in the back door instead of the front door or something other, trying to sneak in, and Baron about ate him a new behind. And he had grown up from puppies with him, so you don't want to sneak up on him. Cool. I do have 17 people. Cool. Very nice. Thank you, Mo. Our pics are on our Facebook page. I must have missed something because I don't know what you're talking about. I was doing pet sitting about panicked when I couldn't find the Yorkie and I was caring for. She fell off the couch into the baby's playpen. That is some funny stuff there. And you are enjoying the coffee. Can you send a picture of you and Lee with the coffee? Those of you guys who don't have our backwoods homestead, they have they sell coffee, and I had them as a channel before I went to the picnic, but I got to meet them in person at the picnic, which was really cool. I left to go to church service and am back now. Wonderful service for sure. And y'all are still here live and prospering. Sweet. Thank you, Mud Tramp. I don't know why I want to call you Mud Pie. You're welcome, Backwoods. Our Backwoods coffee. The coffee is wonderful. Oh, wow. I wish I had got some. Although I never made much money, I would trade my life full of animals. Yeah, I'm the same way. People don't understand me, though. People don't understand how I can do homesteading and love animals as much as I do. They just don't understand that. And I really and truly love animals, even the ones I'm going to eat. I love my chickens all the time, even my meat birds. I am Mud Tramp because I like tramping in the mud with my 4-sledder. LOL. Cool. I tried a mud pie once as a kid. Told my friends, why are we making these? They taste terrible. Christy, you're awful. That was a good one. I fell right into that one, didn't I? I meant 4-wheeler. Oh, okay. Now, normally I would have caught that, but I didn't catch that time. There's so many vehicles out there, I don't know what the names are on. So y'all are getting to know a lot of my little storytelling secrets, huh? I have a lot of doozies. I never will forget. I don't know why this one popped up in my head, but I used to be in choir when I was talking about being embarrassed. I was really embarrassed one time, really bad, but that didn't stop me. Um, I was a singer in choir in the 7th grade and on through high school. I always sang. My choir teacher had saw me out in the trees by near the school smoking, and I didn't know it. Well, she informed the whole class that I was going to lose my voice because I was a smoker, and that we should not smoke if we wanted to be great singers. Well, that embarrassed me terribly, but it didn't keep me from smoking. And I smoked for years and years and years and years. Of course, I had started smoking when I was about 5, so that's always fun. I missed something else now. Have a good day. Oh, I didn't see it. It jumped. I'll see you later, our backwoods homestead. Have fun. Thank you. Thanks. I can't talk now. Frank Sinatra was a smoker and he never lost his voice. Yeah, I think she just wanted me to stop smoking. Yeah, I know. I looked at the time. I'm like, oh, I've been on here 3 hours. At least I haven't gotten sick. That's the most important thing. I didn't want to get sick while I was on here, but I kept putting it off and putting it off all morning, whether I should go on or not. But I said, what the heck? I could try this out. Weird you say that about smoking, and I'm allergic to cigarette smoke, and I'll lose my voice if I'm around it in an enclosed area. And I do have problems with cigarette smoke now. I did too, even when I smoked. I could not smoke in a closed area. I always smoked outside and never smoked in my house. Okay, I have to go move some stuff in the garage. It's going to storm here, but leaving you running and I'll hop back in. Thanks, Mo. I had friends that said they could see how someone could eat deer because they are so cute. I asked if they had ever looked at a calf in the eyes. Good one, Barbara. I have a story to tell you about deer hunting. Just 1 second. Same. I have a hard time with smoke since quitting. Take care of Mo. Thanks for all the help for Kathy. I know. Okay. So here's the story about deer hunting. Some of y'all may know this, but I met David's brother, Greg, and him and I immediately became best friends. I got a job working in a beauty shop. I walked in, got the job, and started the very next Monday. Because the lady, it was like on a Friday, I think, or something like that. Or maybe it was on a Saturday. It was on a Saturday. And she did not have anybody to work her beauty shop. She had people that was coming in, and she didn't know whether she was going to have to do jury duty or not. And she had lost the girl that was working with her. She had moved to Texas. And the lady's name was Sherry. Well, that first day of working, Greg popped in to get a haircut. Well, he went ahead and let me do his hair. Mary chickens at the door begging for cat food, spoiled chickens. Good morning, Hot Wings, outdoor life. Come on in. So, Greg and I were discussing things. Now, mind you, already had Linda Marie. And I was 17 years old when I had, when this took place. But Greg didn't know how old I was. He never asked me how old I was. He just knew I had a kid. And it's kind of funny. So we're talking about hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff and how much I love to hunt and fish. Even when I was a kid, I used to hunt in my backyard and peg the doves off of the lines with my BB gun. So, make a long story short, he says, I got somebody I want you to meet one of these days. I said, okay, whatever. I just kind of brushed him off. At the time, I had a boyfriend already. And, in fact, I think I was dating two fellas at the time. I was leaving my options open. And, so a week went by and I didn't see Greg anymore. And, we had sat and talked for like an hour or two. He didn't have anywhere to be, so we just kind of sat and talked. Well, he comes dee-dee bopping in the next week with his brother David. And I was standing in the back of the salon with Sherry, and I took one look at David and I said, jokingly, I said, I'm going to marry him one day. She just laughed at me. She said, sure you will. She said, you don't know him. He's very picky. Because David had dated one of her stylists. And it didn't work out. But so I went up there and I kind of got to know him. And he would pop in every once in a while. And so we just kept on talking to each other. And finally we started going out. And that's from there. But Greg and I was much closer than David and I. And Greg and I are only a few months apart in age. So it's kind of funny that he would set me up with his oldest brother. He thought I was so much older. Those were the days. I don't know why I told you that story, but oh well. I met my first husband through his brother. Later found out he thought Jeff stole me from him. Oh no. No, Greg and I were really good friends. We hung around together all the time. We went hunting. Oh, I was going to tell you about hunting. So Greg and I used to hunt all the time together. And we got a deer and brought it home one time. Not the best way. Just leave it at that. And I was out in the backyard holding on to this deer in a bear hug because somehow they cut the tendons and I was trying and it wouldn't hold up. So I was holding this deer up for them to clean it, blah, blah, blah. And they should have just laid it down and cleaned it, but he was doing it how he was taught. And the the next day because we didn't do it in the right manner. My father-in-law was very, 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 very angry with my brother-in-law and me, of course. And he said to me, he said, come on, Kathy. Now, I was over there before church, we all went to church together. And he says to me, come on, Kathy, we got to go to the store and get some milk to make some gravy. I said, okay. So we're driving down the road, and he says, he doesn't know what he's going to do with Greg. He said he can't do anything with me because I'm a grown woman and I'm not his child, but he'd be mad at me too. I said, well, Dad, you can't whip Greg because he's too old. And I said, but you can't really be mad at him either because he didn't do anything to hurt anybody. Yeah, we did something that wasn't right, but haven't you ever done anything that wasn't right? Did you ever do anything in your life that wasn't right? And I mean, I really gave him down the road. He got back home and he told Greg, he says, if it wasn't for Kathy, you'd be on restriction for life. So I got him off. I got him out of trouble. But man, that was the best deer too. Angela and I have our 25th anniversary coming up in October. Wow. If David and I were still still married, I don't even know how many years. We met each other when I was 17, so that'd be 40 years. 40 years we've been together. Now we did have a little separation when I got mad and divorced him, but we're back together again. That's all that matters. And October 5th is Teresa's 24th. Wow. Let's see, the 24th of November, we would have been married 30. I got to do the math, guys. Close. 20 minus 185. We would have been married 35 years this November. Wow. Time flies, don't it? Who, me? Do something wrong? Nah. I don't know how David's put up with me 35 years. My family reloads our own ammo. When I was about 4, it was my job to push the block over to release the shot into the cylinder. My dad, surprisingly, man, I thought I was the bee's knees. Oh, well. Congratulations on the anniversaries. We'll have 16 years in April. Hard to believe. I know, don't it pass by so fast? It's like, wow, where did the time fly? Now, out of that 35 years, we were only separated for 2 years, I think. I've never loaded shells before. I have thought about doing that years ago, but We just never did it. And for many years, I watched everybody else. First, before I met David, I hunted all the time. I hunted doves and quail and snipe and ducks and deer, of course. And then when I met David, I stopped hunting all that stuff and started hunting deer with him and his brothers. And I never really did any of the shooting. I always let them do. Well, this last year, I finally got my first deer, and I was thrilled. Ratliff says, 30 years here, 5 kids, and 9 grandkids. Wow. Yeah, David and I have 4 children and 6 grandchildren. Paul and I have been married 41 years. Wow, that's awesome, Brenda. That is so cool. You know, they say that it's that people are not being married as long now, but I think there's just as many that are married for a long time. Oh my goodness. My stomach is feeling a little bit better. I should probably try to eat soon. My parents have been married for 61 years. Wow. I can't remember how many years David's parents were married. Um, and the only reason why they both passed away, so I mean they were married from the get-go. Yeah, it's true. Here's one for you. My ex-husband and I were married 20 years. After we were married, we found out that we were actually related, but only by adoption. His adopted dad's family was on my mom's side. Wow, far out. All I ever really wanted was a happy marriage, but I made wrong choices. My sister and brother in law have been married 50 years. Well, David and I would have been married all them years, except for I got the tail at him and divorced him, and then I ended up marrying a fellow that I was dating in high school, and then um, ended up having to divorce him. He was heavily into drugs and alcohol, and I knew he drank alcohol, but I didn't know he did drugs, so it didn't work out for us. He was a nice guy, and we were still friends when he died, so it was an amicable divorce, and I was really in love with David anyways. I was just mad at him when I divorced him, so what can I say? We make sometimes in life we make bad choices. I'm just thankful that he's he took me back. He's made bad choices too. It's not just me that made that happen. So, but we have you just don't even understand how much better it is for us now. We have grown so much. I wish I had the knowledge that I had back in the day when we were having difficulties and how our marriage was going. Let's see here. There are days when if I didn't love him so much, I'd kill him. But I'm sure he feels the same way about me. Yes, true, Brenda. Christy, my first time was 16 years and I was married too long to him. He died in 99 and I was single for a while after that. Hi, y'all. Love ya. Thanks, Ratliff, for coming in. Yeah. So, and I have to say, since David and I've been back together again, he has been a super father to Ashley. You know, you guys know I adopted her, and she was my second husband's niece, and he has been super, super good for her. And she chose him. She said, "You're my daddy," because we'd been dating all that time, and she just told him point blank, "Mom, you're not allowed to say I can't call him daddy because he is my daddy." I said, "Okay." I do know at my age I can't change for anybody. Being someone's other than myself doesn't work. That's true, Christy. And and that's what's great about mine and David's relationship. When one of us get aggravated with the other one, if he's here, I tell him you need to go home. If I'm at his house, he says you need to go home. We don't have arguments anymore. That's the best way for us. I think we could live together in the same house now without killing each other. My mom and dad were a blind date. After 3 weeks, they married and were married for over 50 years until both were deaths a few months apart. This past year, in love for sure. That's the best part. That's the best part. My aunt, that I took care of that had Alzheimer's. Oh my gosh, aunt, her name was Joanne, and her husband's name was Jerry, and they met each other and they got married when she was 15 years old, and they were married for over 50 years when he passed away. And I'm telling you, that man struggled. His health was failing bad. I was taking care of him too whenever he passed away, because she couldn't do it. She had an aneurysm and was paralyzed on one side. But they just worshiped the ground that each other walked on. And it was so funny. For their 50th wedding anniversary, like I said, I was taking care of him. And he said, "You have got to do something for your Aunt Joanne to help me celebrate our anniversary." I said, "Okay, cool." I said, "Well, now my aunt was a meticulous housekeeper all of her life, and she would have died if I had not have done this." So I started cleaning her house and got everything done, everything spotless. I went in and dusted all of her antiques and whatnots and stuff like that. And I was polishing the glass on the thingy. She says, "What's gotten into you helping me clean and everything?" I said, "Oh, nothing. I just thought it would be a really cool thing for to do for you." And then everybody started arriving, and my uncle had not been out of the bedroom for many, many, many weeks. And he came out of the bedroom and sat down in the living room. We transferred him into a recliner in the living room. And she's like, "What's going on here?" And I said, "Surprise! This is your surprise anniversary party." And we had a blast. We laughed. She sat in his lap the whole time. It was so cool. Let's see here. Linda says, "My parents met on a blind date too." Okay, got that stuff moved to the back. I guess from what Miss Gidget said, we have a storm coming and 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Wow. What did I miss? Let me read back. You didn't miss a whole lot. Cindy, bless her heart, in her confusion state, thought my granddaughter is her daughter. Maybe because she never had a marriage or a child. Wow. I don't know if David's still on here, Mo. Please keep safe, Mo. A few more things to secure out there, but came in for a minute. Cool. Yeah, you want to make sure everything is buttoned down. We're getting a lot of wind here too, for some reason. I think there's another hurricane out there in the Gulf, somebody said. The radar is showing the rain is close to us. We need it so bad, but really don't want the storms. Okay, I have to ask, how many think they could be Laura from Little House on the Prairie? I'll raise my hand first, LOL. The guys will have to be Charles or Armanzo. Well, I would say I could live in that era. I could do that in a heartbeat. What part of Montana, Missouri are you in? David, are you hiding? He must be. Let's see if I can put him in the thing. Well, he must be doing something because he's still coming up. He must be just playing, or he's off making lunch or something. I'd be too bossy. Would you be what's her name? Oh my goodness gracious, what was her name? What was the prissy one with the curly hair, curly white hair? Oh my goodness. The storekeeper's daughter. What was her name? Nellie Olson. She was bossy. I wonder if that's the rain coming our way. My granddaughter says she wants to be Laura and go on adventures in a covered wagon. That is too cool. I'd have a hard time with the men in charge of everything back then. Would you really, Linda? Well, I'm too sweet for that, but I would be strong-willed for sure. She was mean. Yeah, she was. But you know what? Laura was strong-minded. She was a good role model for standing your ground, and I really liked her character. Me and you both. Yes, ma'am. I like my independence. I think Ma ruled the roost in ways. I do too, Christy. I think she was really an amazing woman. Gail was. In fact, I like the. Do you guys remember the one where the women made the men take care of the? I can talk. The episode where the women took on leaving the house and left the men with all the children. That was funny. I cannot imagine that happening back in those days. And men back in those days were kind of it's my way, the only way. You know what I'm saying? That was a funny one. I still see Armanzo trying to feed the kids. My father told Paul the day we got married, good luck, I couldn't break her. That's funny, Brenda. I collect and decorate my place with stuff from the 1800s, my absolute favorite time period. I even collect stuff from the Little House on the Prairie TV show as well as the Waltons. I love the Waltons. And I still watch them still today, both of those. I really, really, really love both of those. And the kids, my grandkids love them too. That's the funny part. Back outside to go, but I'll come back. I'm leaving it running. I'll get this other stuff done, and that's it for the day, I think, if the rain hits. Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on here, Mo, because I need to get something to eat. My stomach's cramping now. I may come back on later and go ahead and go out too. You need to go eat, girl. Okay. My oldest daughter has the world collection, the whole collection of the Little House on the Prairie books. Aw. Normally I wouldn't be able to stay this long, but just sitting here knitting. Cool, Linda. I need to get out of the house a while when my son gets home. Well, listen, guys, I am going to get off here because my stomach is cramping pretty bad. So I thank you guys for coming in. And I might come back later on today and do another live stream later on. But I don't want to mess up with anybody. And here's my daughter-in-law calling. So I'll have to let you go. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now. Hi, darling.
Are you still doing the live?
Yeah, hang on a minute. Okay. I'm next.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my hours in.
I know. I ratted you out at church.